Hey, what's up, everybody? Wow, my start off to this is actually normal. Like, I didn't come up with anything creative to go, like, dancing in. Hot hey, say hey. Anyway, so today is Friday. Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. Looking forward to the weekend. Partying. Yeah. I was kind of waiting for you guys to say it, but then I realized I can't hear you. um, so let's see what's going on. Ew, my head is really shiny. It's kind of gross. Look at that. Ooh, funny. Okay. Anyway, I burnt myself. I was like doing my bangs, like not today, but like a few days ago. I burnt myself like right here. Like I covered it up with makeup, so you can't really tell, but it hurt. I was like, fudge crackers. Darn. Let's see what else has been going on. Today's Friday. It's a football game. High school football games are the best. Oh my gosh! And you know what I found out is that this dot right here in 7-Up, that's the color of the guy who invented 7-Up. That's the color of his eye. Because he's albino, and I guess they have red eyes or something like that. But this is the color of his eyes. I was like, oh, that is weird, and I'm drinking it. But anyway, it's a football game today, but it's a away game, and it makes me sad because I can't go to it. Like I'm a part of like a president, vice president, whatever, pit crew, spirit club, and I don't get to go to an away game, and it makes me really sad because I'm like supposed to be the spirit of the spirited. Yeah. And like I don't get to go to the football game. I don't get to go to the football game because the Rooter bus, which I really want to go on because I'm pretty sure I have so much fun, is leaving at 5:30, and that's the time karate starts. So I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I call my dad, and I tell my dad, I was like, Dad, like, I want to go and everything. And he's like, oh, well, you have a responsibility. And I was like, fine, I have a responsibility. Can't do anything. And like, I haven't made a YouTube video in forever. It's been like weeks for me because I've had to do homework. I have so much homework I had to do. Like English, I started to kind of fall behind. So I had to do all of this makeup work. And now we have a new rule for homecoming. Because I went to homecoming last year, and I don't even remember what my grades are. I mean, my grades had to be good, otherwise I couldn't go anyway for my parents. But now, you can't even buy a ticket if you have an F. And I was like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Like, I'm sorry, that's my grandma's really annoying dog. Stop barking! Please. Thank you. But, I mean, it's just like, that kind of weeds out all the fun people, because all the fun people are most likely going to have Fs. Just kidding, I'm really fun and I don't have any Fs. I don't think. I'm pretty sure I don't. But it makes me so sad I can't go to the football game because I like one of the football players and I always go to their game to cheer him on and everything. I'm not gonna tell you who it is just in case like he ever watches this video. It's gonna be really awkward because he has his name in my video. I'll be like, right. Okay then. But I really like him. He's in one of my classes. He's actually in my math class. I probably shouldn't have said that either because there's only one football player in my math class. But who said he played football, right? um, but you know what else like makes me sad is when people are mad at me. Like I don't like when people are mad at me. It makes me really sad because like I'm like, wait, what did I do? And then they're like, you should know you did it. And I'm like, apparently I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. So can you like please tell me what I did wrong? You know? And there's like maybe. Yeah. I'm like, gosh. Because then, like, that's just another thing that I have to worry about. Like, people being mad at me, and I'm like, I apologize for everything. Like, sometimes I don't even mean to apologize. Like, somebody's like, oh, you did this. And it's like, yeah, I'm sorry. And they're like, why are you sorry? You didn't do anything wrong. And I'm like, force the habit. Because people get mad at me all the time for no reason. I don't know why. I really don't. I'm really cold. That's what I figured out. I'm cold. But, oh, that didn't do anything. Yeah, as long as it's really cold. Um, but it's just like, there's no point in being mad at somebody. I really don't think there is. Or, like, nobody's done this to me, but I'm sure everybody out there, people hate on you, right? For doing anything. Like, making YouTube videos or playing soccer super duper good or being super duper smart. People make fun of you for that, right? They hate on you. They're like, oh, man, this girl makes YouTube videos. Oh, man, this person's really good at soccer. I hate them. It's just because they can't do it. Well, I mean, YouTube videos, everybody can do that. Kind of. But I mean, like, nobody can make a video like the exact same as you. Nobody can kick a soccer goal the exact same as you, you know? And I haven't had this happen to me, but I'm sure like a lot of people have, like where people are like, oh, I watched your videos on YouTube, you suck. You know, like stuff like that. Like my friends, I don't even know how they found my videos, but they're like, oh, I watched your YouTube videos. And I'm like, really? And they're like, yeah, you're actually really funny. And I'm like, oh, thanks. It's like, I don't try. I really don't. And this is like totally top of my head stuff. Like, I'll be looking around, I'm like, oh my gosh, butterfly in my house. No. It's really cold in here. And it's like 100 degrees outside, but I'm like freezing. And I'm wearing jeans. I'm wearing Los jeans. Okay, so I walked into my Spanish class today, and we are supposed to be having a oral slash conversational quiz. Conversational, is that a word? I don't know. Conversational quiz, and like the teacher's gonna ask you questions like "¿Qué lleva?" or "Hola, cómo estás?" And you gotta answer back and everything. But every morning, I always get in there early. I always do that with almost all my classes. I get in there early because I just like being able to kind of sit down before I have to start doing my work and recollect and stuff, that sort of thing. So I always get to class early. And my Spanish class, like when I walk in, my teacher's always like, "Hola, ¿cómo estás?" And I'm like, "Oh, bien, ¿cómo está usted?" And like we have really long conversations and stuff about this, but not in Spanish because I can't speak a whole lot of Spanish, but we do have conversations and everything. And it's she starts quizzing me. Like I didn't even know I was taking a quiz. I thought she was gonna like just see if I was ready for the quiz. And then she's like, "Oh, good job, 10 out of 10." And I was like, "What?" You're just like, "Oh, I tested you." And I was like, "Oh, awesome, 10 out of 10." And we're like, "That's right, suckers. Can't get 10 out of 10." Mm-hmm. No, I can't say that. I have a really good grade in that class. I have like 103.94% or something like that. I think I actually have more than that. Except on my La Ropa quiz, which is the clothing quiz, I got an 18 out of 20. And that makes me really sad because I'm not an 18 out of 20 type of person. I'm a 20 out of 20 type of person, especially in Spanish. 20 out of 20 is what I do, or 100% is what I do. In marine biology, 100% is what I do. English, 100% is not what I do. I got 100%. Okay, this is really funny. So in English, we always have to read these short stories and everything. And we had 3 short stories. We had The Monkey's Paw, which is actually kind of good. I actually read it after I took the test on it. Leanigan versus the Ants. I hated that short story. It was so long, so stupid. I was like, just get to the point already. Does this guy die or not? And The Telltale Heart by Edgar Allan Poe. The first two, The Monkey's Paw and Leanigan versus the Ants, I didn't read those. I just did the work on them. I didn't read the story at all. I got 100% on The Monkey's Paw and an 80% on Leanigan versus the Ants. But I actually read The Telltale Heart because it's by Edgar Allan Poe, and he's like so legit. I'm like, yeah, Poe status. um, and I actually read it, and I got a 60. I got a 60 on that test or quiz or whatever, and I was like, how did I get a 60 on? There's the freckle right here on my arm. You guys can't see it. Now can? Yeah, you can. But it was just like it freaks me out. I'm like sitting here and I'm like, oh my god, freckle! Ah! I had a sub today in marine biology. We had some really awkward conversations. So we were supposed to be watching a movie and taking notes, but then some people just kept talking, and so I had to get involved in our conversation because I can't just not talk. I mean, and then there's like new kids in the class. Like he hangs out with one of the girls that sits at my table, and so like he's talking to her. My hair is coming out, and like he's like, "You are not who I thought you were," and I was like, "What are you talking about?" Because I was like, "I'm really confused. What are you talking about?" And he's like, "Well, I thought you were like this really quiet, like you're really nice, quiet girl." And I kind of took that offensively at first. I was like, he doesn't think I'm nice. He's like, no, like he's like, I think you're nice, but you're not quiet at all. I'm like, well, yeah, duh. I'm only quiet like when I have to be. So if it's like a free for all talking time, I like da 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 da, like my mouth is going 1,000 miles an hour. Like I'm sure it might be now, but I mean, still, like it's not my fault. I just do that a lot. And I have a laughing problem. Like it's really sad. Like sometimes when I think something's really funny, I just start busting up laughing and I can't stop. And my face gets all red, my eyes start to water, and they're like, Brooke, it was not that funny. And I'm like, yeah, it was. And I'm like, I start laughing again because I'm remembering it. And it's just like, it's sad. It's really sad. So I can't wait. Like, what if the person I like says something really funny, and then I just go on one of those laughing fests? That's gonna be sad. Like the class is gonna be dead quiet, and then I'm just gonna be like, just like be laughing, and then everybody looking at me, and I'm like, oh, okay. And you know what I want to do? Cause you like there's a song by Soldier Boy, and it's like Pretty Boy Swag, but in the very beginning he's like this right here is my swag or whatever. Like I don't think I do it right, but I just so want one of my teachers to say this right here, and then like pause for a second, and like have everybody just go, is my swag. I just think that'd be so cool. I just like think that'd be really funny. But it's just like I wanted to go to the football game, and I told my dad about it, and you know, like, oh, did I tell you the story? I think I did. But yeah, I told my dad about it, and he's like, oh, too bad. Like, who cares about you? And I'm like, yeah, I don't have a life. I really don't. My life is schoolwork. I've been piled up with schoolwork. And for Piero, I have to watch movies. Oh, yeah, that's yeah. You guys are like, you have to watch movies. Wow, your life sucks. No, they're not like The Change Up or The Help or what are some other movies? Abduction, Taylor Lautner, or the Twilight series. Oh, the Twilight series. No, I don't really care for the Twilight series so much, but they're not like that. They're history movies, boring history.